Among Marvel's X-Men, Iceman, Bobby Drake, has always been known for his incredible potential, even if he has often been underestimated compared to his mutant peers. While the classic Iceman has been a founding member of the X-Men since X-Men #1 in 1963, it wasn't until various alternate futures and storylines that fans saw the true extent of his Omega-level abilities. One of the most fascinating versions of Iceman appeared in X-Men Battle of the Atom, 2013, a crossover event that introduced a more evolved and terrifying form of Bobby Drake from the future. The Battle of the Atom storyline brought together past, present, and future X-Men in a time travel conflict that explored mutant destinies. Among the many versions of classic characters introduced was future Iceman, an older, more experienced, and far more powerful version of Bobby Drake than fans had ever seen before. This version of Iceman had fully embraced his Omega-level status, turning into a nearly godlike ice construct with enormous size, durability, and control over his elemental abilities. Unlike his younger self, who often struggled with confidence and control over his powers, future Iceman was a force of nature. He no longer simply formed ice armor or projected cold blasts. Instead, he appeared as a massive, almost monstrous ice giant, capable of creating multiple independent ice constructs that could act on their own. These constructs essentially allowed him to be in multiple places at once, a chilling representation of his potential to exist beyond a single form. This level of power pushed Iceman beyond the limitations of a physical body, making him one of the most powerful mutants in existence. However, with this newfound power came a shift in personality. Future Iceman was darker and more withdrawn than the fun-loving Bobby Drake of the past. This was a reflection of the harsh realities of his future timeline, where mutants had suffered devastating losses. Unlike his present-day counterpart, future Iceman had seemingly lost much of his youthful optimism, becoming more pragmatic and battle-hardened. He saw himself as something more than human, embracing the full potential of his mutant physiology in ways that even the most advanced versions of Iceman had never done before. Despite his power, future Iceman wasn't the leader of his timeline's X-Men. He was more of a force that followed orders and acted as a living weapon, showing how even the most powerful beings can be shaped by the circumstances of their time. His presence in Battle of the Atom forced the present-day Iceman to confront his own limitations and realize the vast, untapped potential of his abilities. This glimpse into the future was both inspiring and terrifying, demonstrating just how much further Iceman's evolution could go. Future Iceman's design and abilities in Battle of the Atom marked one of the most extreme versions of Bobby Drake ever seen in Marvel Comics. While various iterations of Iceman have experimented with his full potential, including his ability to reconstruct himself even after being shattered, this version took those abilities to an entirely new level. It reinforced that Iceman is far more than just a cold-powered hero. He is a walking natural disaster, capable of reshaping the battlefield with his immense cryokinetic abilities. Though Battle of the Atom was a limited event, the impact of future Iceman was significant. It provided a blueprint for Bobby Drake's future development, showing that he could one day fully embrace his Omega-level abilities and take his place among the most powerful mutants in the Marvel Universe. With the X-Men stories constantly evolving and time travel always playing a role, there's always the possibility that future Iceman, or an even more advanced version, could return to challenge or guide his past self once again. As Marvel continues to expand its X-Men mythos, future Iceman remains one of the most intriguing and powerful alternate versions of Bobby Drake. His existence serves as both a warning and an inspiration, a reminder of what Iceman could become if he fully embraces his destiny.